Hi, this is Karen Keeler. I'm going to show you a prototype for a course subject guide system built using Drupal. This is when we were working in person. We had 3 flip charts noting what was broken and needed fixing, enhancements that were easy and enhancements that were kind of harder for the future. So the goals for guides.lib, first of all, it's a place for liaison librarians to give basic student point of contact and a point of communication, kind of a landing spot for liaison librarians. This is about me, this is how you contact me. Also a place for subject librarians to create course guides, tips on assignments. A place for subject librarians to create subject pathfinders, but I don't see this as a place for creating long lists of links or big bibliographies. But you can certainly point to RSS feeds from, let's say, Delicious or the library catalog or for any place. Another goal that I have in this is just keep it simple. Kind of meet the test of, okay, I've got 2 hours before this class, what can I accomplish? Another goal is linked with eLibrary resources so that it's very easy to see, what databases are in nursing without having the nursing librarian having to, kind of recreate what already exists. The third bullet on this page, a durable link, it sounds kind of trivial, but it's really important that there are durable links so that we connect from other places like a course management system to a particular page in the system. And of course, easy and useful for students to use. So what I'm going to show you is built using Drupal, and that's the same as what staff.lib uses. So it's open source software, it's customizable, but it definitely takes time. With that customization, there's a cost, the cost of the time to develop it. I don't want to turn this into a comparison of LibGuides, which is a vendor-based system that you buy a subscription for from the company's called SpringShare, which LibGuides are great. I'm not saying they're not, versus guides.lib. So I don't want to turn it into a comparison, but here's a bit of a comparison. So what we have in guides.lib, what the sort of the Drupal type system, is all based upon pieces of content, not creating HTML pages. And those pieces of content are tied together with a subject term. It's all kind of based on a subject taxonomy. With LibGuides, it's a different approach. It's more like you're going in and you're creating a page and you're putting in blocks of information into that page. And a block might have been created and could be used in several places, but you're creating a spot. And I don't, there's ways around it, but it's LibGuides from SpringShare isn't great with integrating database listings, and I've got a link there that kind of talks about that in great detail. So the content types in the prototype system on Drupal that we have right now, and this can definitely change, there's articles and databases. These have been entered by the great folks in eResources, and it says on my slide that only eResources can create them, but that's not true, but it should be true. A course guide is another content type. It's just a block of information that might help a student with a particular course. A date could be turned into an event that you could get people to sign up for. And you can embed videos. In fact, you can embed videos in many different content types, but there's a separate one for embedding videos right now. A getting started or intro page, and I'll show you how that comes in. An image content type, a blog content type, a librarian contact content type, a podcast, a poll, and a form. That's what's available right now. So just a tiny bit about nodes. The thing about Drupal is it uses a whole different terminology. A node is what I've been referring to as a piece of content, a piece of information. And only this kind of is it comes in later, but only one author can be associated with a bit of content. So that's a one-to-one relationship. But sometimes more than one librarian needs to be associated with the subject. Think about nursing is a good example. There are several librarians associated with that subject, and you can get around that. We can deal with that, but it causes a bit of duplication between the librarian contact and your user profile. This is a crying baby. This is my baby, and the point I want to make is I'm a little bit close to it right now, but and I will be sad if people don't find it useful, but I'll get over it. Basically, it's about creating a tool that's useful for liaison librarians. This part of the presentation is going to end in a minute. I'll give an overview of the guides.lib. There's some tasks that'll be on a separate handout. And then at the live workshop, we had a bit of a discussion. After the discussion, I talked a little bit about next steps. I asked people to spend a little while playing around with guides.lib and add some pretend content just to see, how it works for you. I'm also suggesting to people, if you want, you can go to the SpringShare LibGuides site and get a trial account just to get an idea of a different approach. And then I am going to follow up with a survey to people just to find out how it's going. And then recommendations maybe to a task force or a steering committee. We'll see how we proceed from there. Thanks.